establish the identity. We have a fraction in the left hand side and another fraction in the right hand side. Both sides are about the same, so it does not matter which side you start with. So let me start from the left hand side. So left hand side is equal to cosine theta over 1 plus sine theta. Okay, we need to simplify top and bottom so that we have 1 minus sine theta over cosine theta. We get this in the right hand side. Look, we have to get cosine theta in the right hand side on the bottom, right? We have to get cosine theta on the bottom, but there is no cosine theta. So why don't we multiply top and bottom by cosine theta over cosine theta? Okay, we get the idea. Looking at the right hand side, we need cosine theta on the bottom. Okay, and that's why we multiply top and bottom by cosine theta. 1 plus sine, whenever we have plus or minus, this is just one term. Okay, now we multiply the tops, cosine times cosine, cosine square theta. On the bottom, we don't want to distribute because we need to get cosine theta in the right hand side alone, so we just write both 1 plus sine theta quantity times cosine theta. Okay, do not cancel cosine and cosine, then you will get back to the left hand side. Now somehow we need to get rid of this factor 1 plus sine theta, because if we look at the right hand side here, we should have only cosine theta. Okay, and on the top 1 minus sine, so we have to have sine on the top. So cosine square, we need to change this into sine. How? We have the formula sine square plus cosine square is 1. If we subtract sine square from both sides, then we get cosine square is equal to 1 minus sine square. So let's do that. So on the bottom we have 1 plus sine theta times quantity cosine theta. We can write on the front, it does not matter. So cosine square is 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, do not cancel anything because this is a block. Now 1 minus sine square is a difference of two squares, like 1 square minus sine square, and we know that when we have difference of two squares like u square minus v square, we can factor as u plus v minus times u minus v. So this is 1 square minus sine square. So using the difference of squares formula, so I'm keeping the bottom as it is. 1 minus sine square is 1 plus sine times 1 minus sine theta. Now as a block, 1 plus sine, whole cancel. Okay, as a block. Okay, we are not cancelling 1 plus sine. It's the whole 1 plus sine and 1 plus sine. That leaves 1 minus sine theta all over cosine theta. That is the right hand side. Okay. Alternatively, let me show you how to start from the right hand side and get to the left. It's about the same. So alternatively, we can start from the right hand side, or you can just write right side. 1 minus sine theta over cosine theta. Okay, now we want to get to the left side. Left side is in fact cosine theta over 1 plus sine theta. So you have two options. You want to make cosine theta on the top, then you can multiply cosine over cosine. Or if you think you want to make 1 plus sine theta, then you multiply 1 plus sine theta, 1 plus sine theta. So we could have multiplied here top and bottom by 1 minus sine, 1 minus sine. Okay, so let's multiply this by the conjugate of this, which is 1 plus sine theta. We have to have same thing on the bottom, 1 plus sine theta. Okay, how did we get this idea? Because 1 plus sine theta is on the bottom of left hand side and we are trying to get left hand side, so 1 plus sine theta. Now we multiply the tops and bottoms. So on the bottom we have to keep 1 plus sine theta. Look at the left hand side here, so we don't want to distribute, so write both. Cosine theta times quantity 1 plus sine theta. On the top, now we just FOIL, we just multiply 1 times 1, 1 times sine plus sine, sine times 1, sine times sine. So it's FOIL, so 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times plus sine theta, just sine theta, minus sine theta times 1, minus sine theta, minus sine theta times positive sine theta is minus sine square theta. Now on the top we can see plus sine theta minus sine theta cancel, so it's 1 minus sine square theta. On the bottom we got cosine theta 1 plus sine theta. Okay, we want to keep 1 plus sine theta, so do not factor this. If you factor, then you'll go back to the original question. By the way, 1 minus sine square is same as cosine square, right? Because sine square plus cosine square is 1, sine square plus cosine square is 1. If we subtract sine square from both sides, we get cosine square equals 1 minus sine square, and this is in fact cosine square, and one copy of cosine cosine cancel, so cosine over 1 plus sine, that's in the left hand side. So 1 minus sine square is cosine square theta over cosine theta 1 plus sine theta. One copy of cosine and cosine cancel, that leaves cosine theta on the top, just one copy, over 1 plus sine theta. We don't have to put parentheses anymore because we don't have anything else, which is the left hand side. Okay, final.